Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Fish Off the Pitch. I am your host, Terry Kelly. With me as always is head coach Jeremy Fishbein. He's looking very dapper today, and coach, I see you've made the set feel a little more homey.
Well, it's a virtual set.
Virtual set.
So it's still been an adjustment, and I just wanted to bring some things that were, just made me a little more comfortable.
What makes you the most comfortable out of all this? I have to assume it's the Brad Hutchins nameplate.
Well, Brad Hutchins is an inspiration. That's actually who I got a lot of these books from. And Corner Office, How the Mighty Fall, Built to Last, Who Wants to Be a Champion. We got a lot of good stuff. The Power of Who, Built on Values, Corner Office. What else do I got here? Effective Executive, Great by Choice. Sometimes win, sometimes you lose or learn. And then I got my Lobo license plate, American flag. The pictures of my daughters that they don't look like that anymore. They're a little bit older. And then I got the Buddha giving the peace symbol. So a little bit of everything. But when you're in a virtual studio, you try to deal with reality. And coaching is it's reality. It's real. It's tangible. You can touch it. You can feel it. You can smell it. You can taste it. And it's just an adjustment, but it's good. And then the other thing, and I guess I got a big apology to Steve Williams, one of the new guys here at Lobo TV, referred to him as Slimy Steve, and it was really just a slip of the tongue. I don't know where that came from. But he's probably I know he's a very impactful member of our team here at UNM. So Steve, my apologies. Yeah, and he does the video editing, and I think he purposely made me look bad last week based on that little
I don't think Steve would do that.
Yeah.
I hope Steve wouldn't do that.
And the other thing with this virtual deal is I looked like I'd put on like 50 pounds, man. I watched that thing, and man, I wouldn't say I'm the leanest guy this season, but hopefully the camera doesn't put too much weight on me.
Yeah, they say that 10 pounds, we got 2 cameras, so.
20 pounds, yeah. No, but it's good, man. Glad to be here. Just got off the plane, came back from California. I usually wear a coat and tie on Mondays. I didn't last week, but yeah, this will be the norm. And probably 6 of the 7 days at work, and I wear a coat and tie to work.
Coat and tie at training too, out in the field?
At times, it just depends.
Yeah. All right, talking about last week, a very successful weekend.
Last week, or you mean the last 3 days?
Last 3 days, excuse me.
Half a week.
Half a week. For some of us, it feels like a week.
Feels like a lifetime.
Very successful, 2 wins on the road against 2 tough teams.
Yeah.
Last week we talked about getting scoring from someone other than Chris Wehan, and I bet you wouldn't have guessed that the first goal would have been
Nick Rachowski, Big Chow.
Your 2 center backs kind of created that.
Yeah. Well, Chow scored in the past. He's he knows when it counts. He takes care of his business. But no, it was a great weekend, and we were coming off a good win. It was a tremendous week of practice. It was good to get on the road with this group. It's just such an upbeat group, and we felt really good going into the Northridge game Friday night. And they always give us their best. Mm-hmm. And we knew it was going to be a really nice atmosphere. And Northridge hasn't had the results, but man, they're good. They're talented, good on the ball, well coached. And it was a big promotion, tremendous environment, and I thought we were very good. Unlucky to not score in regulation. It was quite a game. Went 90 minutes, 0-0. I thought we had the better of play. Real disciplined, had under 10 fouls, wanted to get a rhythm to it. And Nico Hansen did a little magic in 5 minutes into overtime, beat 2 guys, drew a third, and drew what I would say would be a controversial penalty call in the 5th minute of overtime. And Wehan stepped up confidently and buried it for the win. So it was a nice win for us, and I think a deserved win. But still, these games are tight. Anything can happen, regardless if you have run a play. It's just breaks and bounces. and it went our way on Friday. But proud of the guys. I thought a really disciplined defensive performance and some great stuff on the offensive side of the ball. A great win.
And then on Sunday, excuse me, undefeated LMU, number 19 in the country, and you guys came from behind 2 goals in the second half.
Yeah, I mean, like you mentioned Saturday, had a good trip and wasn't sure if we played it right. You know, you're out there at California, had some time to kill. On the way to LMU, we stopped by Venice Beach. You know, first chance for a lot of these guys to ever see the Pacific Ocean, probably for some of them. And Venice Beach is quite a place.
Oh, yeah.
So we stopped by there for an hour and a half, and I don't know what they got a dose of, if it was reality or virtual reality in this case, but went there, checked into the hotel, had a look at the field at LMU, and felt really good. The guys' focus was good. They had recovered well from Friday night. And it's just a really disciplined team, man. They really take care of their business, and we constantly talk about the importance of diet, sleep, how you recover, ice baths, stretching, rollers, foam rollers, and these guys are on it, you know. The things that we can control, they take care of. And in any time in sports, you can only control so much. So if you can control the controllables, I think that's probably one of these books of Brad's. You know, you give yourself a good chance, and the guys did a great job of that. But Sunday's kickoff was a 4 p.m. kickoff, which is a tough one. You know, it's still later in the day, not the same energy that you get playing under the lights, and it wasn't a huge crowd. But there was a promotion on the LMU campus. But man, the guys' preparation was good. We went in, we started strong, and as often happens in soccer, kind of against the run of play, 50-50 ball, took a crazy bounce in behind our back 4, and LMU's forward just buried it, hit a great shot. I think it was 14, 15 minutes into the game. Mm-hmm. They went up 1-0, and the guys stayed strong. Good effort, finished the half strong, made some changes at the end just to get some guys a little bit of a rest to make a push in that second half, and came out really good. I think it was the 74th minute. So what's that, 45, what's that, 25, what's that, 29 minutes in? Mm-hmm. Didn't get much sleep last night, but if my math's correct, so let's just say 30 minutes into the second half, off a set piece, some bouncing balls, Chris Goulet, who was up for the, I think it was a corner, I don't know, I'll say it was a cross, but it's probably a shot, but we'll give him the benefit of the doubt and say it was a cross. And found Nick Rachowski on the far post, and Nick tapped it in, tied the game. 2 minutes later, and I thought we were really getting a hold of the game at that point, we were awarded a free kick about 25, 30 out. And Josh Goss and Chris Weehan lined up on the ball. You always want a left-footed and a right-footed, just so the makes the keeper's job a little more challenging. And Josh kind of dummied it, and Weehan just hit a crazy knuckler. I mean, there was so much movement on the ball. And with a soccer ball, if you hit it smack in the middle and you hit it properly, you just get a lot of movement on the ball. And I watched it from the sidelines, and it was like a knuckleball, you know, just all over the place. I think the keeper didn't know what to do. The keeper just probably stood there and hoped that it knuckled right into his hands, and it did, and it went into the net. 2-1. And we were real mature and finished the game out. So it was a great 2 versus 1 victory. You know, great weekend. Always hard to go on the road. I think LMU was 19th, 20th in the country for whatever the rankings are worth, undefeated, so they were confident. So that was a big win for us. Real proud of the guys. And some guys played significant minutes on this road trip that hadn't previously. So I think we're going to keep getting stronger and stronger.
We have a special guest today, one of your many international stars, so to speak. You want to talk about him a little bit, or should we just bring him out?
Well, I can give you a little bit of a heads up. His name's Francesco Casucci. So that's quite a mouthful in itself. and man, not a better guy in the world. Just upbeat, hard-working, smiling all the time. He's got a lot of experience playing all over the world, and he just really makes us better and puts a smile on your face. And he goes to work every day, you know. I mean, you can tell he's been in a professional environment and that he's out there, he's playing for his job every day. So be fun to have Francesco here on the show. People can learn a little bit about him. Pretty interesting character. And why don't we bring him on?
All right, we'll be right back with Francesco.
Back at it, special guest, Francesco Casucci. Thought you had a real good weekend. Took a nice shot in the face on Sunday.
Yeah, that was a pretty nice shot on the nose, coach, for the second time in 3 months. But I think, yeah, how you said, it was a great weekend for us, for the team. When we go on the road, it's always a great time with the team. And if we have the chance to win, like we did twice this weekend, I think it gives us more confidence for the rest of the games that we have.
Now, for a guy like yourself, you know, a real handsome guy who takes a lot of pride, and you know, you wear a lot of face products and hair gel, and I mean, you're Italian and you care about your appearance. Is that a big blow to you when you get hit in the nose? I mean, are you just like really concerned?
You know, coach, I was really afraid that when I received this shot on the nose, I run straight to the bathroom to see myself on the glass, and it wasn't that bad, so I think.
So you think it's okay? It wasn't just the end of the world for you?
I'm going to look bad for a couple of days, but my face is going to come back soon.
Yeah. I mean, there was a lot of concern, you know, when we started going on the road that a guy like yourself, that you just outdress everybody, you know, just all like real fine Italian threads and that you just kind of take all the attention from all the other guys. Have you purposely kind of, you know, dumbed it down a little bit to you know, not have all the attention focused on you?
I wanted to put some Italian dresses, but you said we have to wear the...
You said Italian dresses.
Yeah.
If you'd worn an Italian dress, you probably really would have gotten a lot of attention.
Yeah, why?
Well, we usually don't travel in dresses. We usually wear coat and tie.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I wanted to say, but like I had to dress normally like the other guys, so...
That was nice of you.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. Now, you're Italian or you're French?
I would say I'm Italian.
So you live in Italy or lived in Italy?
I've been living in Italy for the past 4 years, but before I was born and raised in Geneva, Switzerland.
Oh, so you're Swiss?
Yes, but I consider myself as Italian because my dad is Italian, so we have the Italian culture at home.
But you're born in Switzerland?
I was born in Switzerland.
But you don't consider yourself Swiss?
No.
So you have an Italian passport?
I do.
And a Swiss one?
No, I just have the Italian passport.
Really? But how do you live in Switzerland then?
Because my parents are over there, and there's a law that says that I can live in this country with that passport.
Interesting. And now your mom's from Peru, correct?
My mom is Peruvian, yes.
That's a pretty neat mixture.
That's a nice mix.
And you speak, I think you speak French, Spanish, Italian, a little bit of English?
A little bit of English. I'm improving now.
Anything else?
No, I think that's it.
German?
A little bit.
Sprechen Sie Deutsch?
Ich spreche ein bisschen Deutsch auch.
No. Parlez-vous français?
Je parle français régulièrement.
Habla español?
También.
Speak English?
A little bit.
Man, you almost know as much as me, all the different languages.
Almost, coach. I'm getting there.
Well, I'm a little older than you, but you'll pick it up. So what else? What else do you think? How's the experience be here? You were in Miami for what, 6 months when you moved to the U.S. You spent a little time here, Miami, and then you came here to the Land of Enchantment. How's it going? The whole
trip?
Just the whole deal, coming over here to the Southwest, green chili, the desert. What do you think?
Yeah, it's a big difference between where I've been living before. I think I'm really liking it over here. The training, the team, the guys in the team, the school, the opportunity to go to school, and of course the green chili sometimes on Saturday afternoons.
I mean, it's interesting. I mean, you've basically lived. I mean, you're basically from the country. I mean, you lived in Geneva, Rome, you're not very cultured. And probably to come to such a cosmopolitan environment like this, that it's probably been a bit of a culture shock for you, being, you know, from the little towns, Geneva, Rome, you know, places like that. Has it been hard, kind of the big city life and dealing with just a cosmopolitan culture of Albuquerque in the state of New Mexico?
Yeah, it's true that Rome, Geneva are small cities compared to Albuquerque, but you know, I'm trying to figure it out, how to move over here, how to live my life here.
Baby steps, and we'll help you out. You know, I know it's a challenge, but that's coaching. You know, look after guys.
Yes.
But hey, you know, I thought you really turned it on Sunday, man. You were good. It was a game that suited you, and just really happy to have you here. And I think you just add so much to our team, and it's just a mentality. And I think you're gradually taking on more and more of a leadership role. I know it's hard in your first year, but you're a natural leader, and that's pretty special, and it's infectious, and just awesome having you here, man. I was glad you could join us today on the show, and good times ahead.
Yes, Coach.
Hopefully that nose comes around.
Hopefully I will look better soon.
Yeah, you will. You're a pretty handsome guy. All right. Well, thanks for joining us.
Thanks.
And maybe have a great weekend next week, and then we'll bring you back on the show, especially if the nose heals up.
Sure.
All right. Thanks a lot for joining us.
Thanks you.
All right, welcome back, Coach Francesco. Very interesting guy.
Yeah, he's pretty impressive, huh?
Yeah.
He's awesome. He's a fun guy to be around. I mean, not just as a player, but just as a person. Just adds so much, and there's a lot more to learn about him. Hasn't shared everything, but just a real exciting person and a neat background. Great player, so I think nothing else needs to be said. But before we check it out of here, let's just special thanks to Brad Hutchins for lending me this library of his.
It's a pretty extensive collection. I know he's
Yeah.
got to have more.
Yeah, well, he's got a lot, and he's written a few books, or he should if he hasn't.
Maybe you guys could write one together.
No.
Think of the gems in there.
Well, all right. I think we went too long last week. Awesome weekend. Pumped for the guys. Ready to get back at it Friday and get everybody out there. 2 big ones at home. 7 o'clock on Friday against Missouri State. Sunday, 6 o'clock against American University. American's 5-1, so off to a really great start, and really excited about this team.
All right. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week.